Hello everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. The last episode we talked about the 5 basic senses. Well, now we're going to continue on with the senses. I know it was a little boring that I did talk about the 5 senses and not the other senses that there are, but I ran out of time on the last video because I'm going to try to keep these videos short and sweet so that I can have more people watching them. And speaking of that note, I'm going to start right now. Now, you already know the 5 senses because I already talked about them in the last video. You have sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. The other ones are balance and acceleration. And this sense is the sense that allows an organism to sense body movement, direction, and acceleration to attain and maintain postural equilibrium and balance. Now, it's like if you're walking, you gotta keep your balance. If you're holding something, you gotta keep your balance, you know? Now, the next sense is temperature. Yeah, we already talked about temperature when it comes to the taste. When we talked about food. When we talked about the pizza. Or the ice cream. Pizza's supposed to be hot. Ice cream's supposed to be cold. But yeah, temperature is the sense of heat in the absence of heat, which is cold, by the skin, and including internal skin passages, or rather, the heat flux. The rate of heat flow in these areas. These are specialized receptors of cold, declining temperature, and to heat, rising temperatures. The cold receptors play an important part in a dog's sense of smell, telling wind direction. The heat receptors are sensitive to infrared radiation and can occur in specialized organs, for instance in pit vipers. Now the next one that we have is kinetic sense, and then we have pain. Now pain is hard because you get like bug bites, and you got a bee sting, someone hits you, that hurts, right? Or somebody, if something or somebody tries to do something and causes you to be hurt, in pain, you know, that is pain. You feel it. Now, what I'm trying to say is, why do we talk about all these senses? And yet, there are other senses too. But, why do I talk about these in these videos? Why am I talking about them for an Aspie? Well, because basically we all are different in this world. We all don't like the same food, you know? There are people that don't eat meat, and those are vegetarians. And those are people that also don't eat like spicy foods, you know? You have all different types of people that don't eat the same food, you know? But yet, you also have to consider senses. Well, another sense is feeling. You don't have, well, you gotta feel the way you feel. Alright? I'm going to talk about feeling on another video, on another episode, because I think it's going to be a little bit too long to talk about it on this one. So, but yeah. You know, it's hard to think about the senses. Because, you know, there are other senses in this world, but yet only the basics are covered. You know? Like I said, feeling is another sense. And then some people may think they have the sixth sense or something, like seeing for the dead. They may think they do, but I don't know anybody that can see for the dead or talk to the dead. And they claim that to be the sixth sense. You know? I don't consider that to be the sixth sense. I consider the sixth sense to be feeling. You know? But yeah. Senses can be hard on people, but senses can also be easy on people. What I'm trying to say is, senses are the way things control your body. If you don't like something, that's the sense of like taste or smell. Or, well, if you see a picture of it, vision. Or if you feel it, senses of touch. Or if you don't like hearing it, it's the sensor of hearing. You know? But anyways. Or if you feel hurt, that's the sense of pain. You know? But what am I trying to say for the eyes of an Aspie? Aspies have a hard time dealing with the senses sometimes. Like, I have a hard time hearing people sometimes. I have a hard time painting that visual picture that they want me to paint if they describe it in words. You know, I have to see something to get the point and get me to see what they're trying to say to me. You know? But that can be hard to do that. Or I can't say anything about it unless I taste it, or smell it, or see it, or hear it, or touch it. You know? We can visualize them, but it's hard to visualize something. Like, I never been to Texas. I hope someday I will go to Texas. But until then, I'll have to believe what other people say about it, you know? Or California, for example. I have to believe what other people say. I've been up and down the East Coast, so I can say what my opinion is on different states and whatever. I have the senses for that. You know? But anyways, don't let the senses get through you. Alright? And I think we're done with this topic. But if I do ever have to have another video on the topic, I will post it. So, I'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.